a horrible, horrible human being. Now, Kanye freaking West. I mean, we're talking about somebody who, for a lot of people, listen, I will be honest with you. Since I done some smudging and some, what do we call it? It's the San Paulo wood, and some very, 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 very powerful lavender that's come from a certain place. Just she's been sleeping great, man. Like, I mean, she's been doing great. So yeah, it's going well, now, where do we even begin? Where do we even begin? So let's save this one for the end, because that's kind of where he's ended up because of this. But we do this, and I do believe there's something to do with Taylor Swift and Iran. I've not heard this yet, but let's find out. Kanye West has deleted his account from X and Twitter after he posted a rant about Taylor Swift during the Super Bowl and thanked Elon Musk for allowing him to vent. This controversial rapper caused the uproar in the Grammy red carpet this week, as his stunt involved his wife, Bianca Censori, as previously sparked outrage over his anti-Semitic outbursts on social media and interviews. On Friday the 7th, a string of posts shared on his X account included a declaration. We're going to go through all this, right? But I've not hit the one about Taylor Swift. West's account subsequently had a sensitive content warning added to it due to his offensive slurs, and the tyrant of posts saw celebrities such as David Schwimmer, Piers Morgan call for West banned on the platform. The 47-year-old, known as Yee, now appears to have been deleted his own account after continuing to post during Saturday's Super Bowl events. He wrote, "I'm logging out of Twitter. I appreciate Elon for allowing me to vent." So this is where I got up to in the tweets that we're going to read through, right? Like, because it's a bit mad, right? Like, and there's a lot of ways of looking at this. Okay, it depends how deep you want to go in the discussion of theories here, because if there was ever a series of actions that I wouldn't be surprised if we found out that there was a blackmail tape, or his hand was being forced in some way. Because looking like a complete clown on the internet is worse than losing everything and going to jail, right? Like, in the grand scheme of things. And I'm not saying that's what happened. He could just be a bit of a character, as we say in Scotland. Okay, it has been very cathartic to use the world as a sounding board. It was like a trip. Love you all who gave me your energy and attention. See, that's it's a really interesting word choice. Connect again. Do we connect again? Good afternoon and good night. That's a weird, it just adds extra layers onto the conspiracies for me and all this. Kanye's MK is showing. All right, damn. Oh, damn. Hot diggity damn. During the Super Bowl, in which included Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance, West also as well. I'm not being funny, right? I'm sorry to interrupt myself. I feel like the Super Bowl for me is a bit of a Mandela effect, right? Because why would, I don't understand why the Super Bowl would be in February. I'm not saying that it's not always been in February or anything like that. It's just odd. Like, when we were talking about it the other day and we were talking about the halftime performances, and I went on a bit of a rant about, oh my God, has it been a year since this happened or whatever? Maybe there's more football things and things that I've thought were the Super Bowl aren't that, but it's weird. It's odd. Maybe it's not. Anyway, West also posted a rant about Swift, who was in New Orleans Superdome to support her boyfriend Travis Kelce, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Whilst appearing to talk about Lamar's song, "Not Like Us," West said, if it's about the culture, why are we letting Taylor Swift be seen on TV singing a song about taking a black man down and accusing of things that can take a black man down for life? He's a special one, is this Kanye? Listen, do me a favor, everybody. Give me some likes, give me some shares. I would really, really appreciate it. I would really, 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 really like to, as a community, just come together and push Ron out a little bit. I would really appreciate it. But this is wild. And Swift was booed by Philadelphia Eagles fans. Fair enough, right? Like I think even Taylor would take that on the chin, right? I mean, we can respect that. Whenever she was shown on the big screen during the game, after the Karma singer was shown on the Jumbotron, the crowd erupted in boos, which she appeared to be unbothered by. Swift quickly reacted as she looked over at the people she said had invited into her suite: Ice Spice and the Haim sisters, Esty, Danielle, and Alana, before giving the camera a side eye. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, anyway, no one cares. Right. So as we go deeper, right? As we go deeper into the Kanye verse, right? I'm telling you, man, we could just content harvest wild theories from this, right? And I don't even mean wild theories. I mean, listen, we've all heard about, when Kanye had his breakdown and he went into hospital. That was when all the tinfoil hat theories about, human cloning and all this kind of stuff started coming out, or, mind control and all of this. He is the perfect candidate for just a Netflix plethora of, oh my, like a Netflix plethora of what if shows, you know. Kanye, it's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad week. Oh man, like, listen, I think a bad week, right? I think we could have called this a bad week if he had only released the Shaun t-shirt, right? And then released some social media posts supporting Diddy. See if all of that had been taken down and there was a announcement made that all of these things were put into a database over a year ago for this thing to be launched, and it was an algorithmic mistake that these things even got pushed out onto the internet. We apologize. I could have believed that. But I mean, this is next level wild madness. I mean, the Shaun t-shirt for a start, mad. But then the cropped hoodie that was the same as Cassie wore when that horrible incident took place. And then a freaking Nazi symbol t-shirt. To his credit, though, I will say this: as far as the cost for billionaire clothing lines and merch go, they're quite affordable, right? So, like, did you see his advert? Like, did you see the video? Please, like, put one in the chat if you've seen the video. Because this is who's seen this? like, have you seen this? Have you seen the symbol on Kanye's arm? Same as no. Right. Listen, Lisa, I'm going to make a note of that. Right. Okay. And we're going to come back to that. We'll do some Googling. Right. But this is mad. Have a good day, Mackenstein. This is just. I'm not being funny. Right. See if he wasn't. See if it was. See if you remove everything else. See if Kanye West had just been Kanye West up until this point, right? Totally normal guy, right? None of this craziness had happened. And then he released this as an advert. This would have been the most viral moment on the internet from that Super Bowl, right? And I'll tell you something. This is legendary. as an advert, as a flex. This is legendary. I mean, the guy's off his nut, okay? But if he wasn't,
What's up, guys? I spent like all the money for the commercial um, on these new teeth. So once again, I had to shoot it on the iPhone.
like, I'm not being funny, but that is great, right? But sadly, there is all of the madness that goes with Kanye, and like, nah. Well, Mike Myers, kind of Scottish shopkeeper says, "Oh, welcome." It's kind of possibly. I mean, Mike Myers says a lot of mad stuff. Yeah, see, the attention seeking, I can understand, right? I can understand that, right? But where do you go after I'm a Nazi and I support Adolf? Where do you go after that? Like, surely in like the massive scheme of rage posting and clickbait and rage engagement, like, where do you go after that? Like, does anyone remember that episode of The Office where Michael Scott goes to improv class and he gets thrown out because he keeps pulling out guns in the improv class? And he says, well, because that's the best thing that can happen. And it's like, where do you go from there? Where does he go from here? Oh, there's my wonderful lady. How are you doing? I love you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Kanye West is mental, babes. Mental. Like, mad. So you'd think you can imagine how bad this is, right? And some of these I can't even put up on screen. I'm going to have to open this one in a new tab. Okay. Okay, yeah, some of these I can't even put on the screen. Give me a second. Right, so let's close this one and we'll start again. This is the first one, which should be the last one. Because you hear, like, oh, he went off on a tweet rampage. Okay. But you don't really. Oh, well, thank you very much. It's I use thank you very much for that. Okay, so I mean, it's a bit mad. Okay, it is a bit mad. So we jump over here. We've got. I'm not gentle. I'm king. Now, bitch among yourselves. Okay, fair dues. If I lost everything again tonight, was it worth it? I can die after this. I tour for money. I'd rather be playing The Last of Us Part 1 and 2, which was made by Jewish people. Good job. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, whoever made that, legends. Legends. I turned down 3 photos this week with Make-A-Wish kids in wheelchairs. I don't take this. I mean, listen to this one. I don't take photos except for when I take photos. Amazing. I just tweeted everything I could think. Just think if I could think of, and I'm still alive. Never meet your heroes. Okay, we've got some bangers coming up here. Now, there's a lot of N words that aren't actually blacked out. So I'm going to read this first one and then hide it on screen. This N word that worked for me said he was uncomfortable with my, I can't see, there's something over it, with my wife's Grammy look. Fired and blocked. It's more people looking, there's more people now looking for work. Okay, lovely. All right. I paid 1.5 million for my Grammy ads this year. Let's see if Fox gives that money back. You're going to give back that money for my opinions, then stand on it. It's wild, man. Like, It's this is, I mean, but it's rapid. Let's see if all of you give that money back. I'm a nazi. Like you'd think that it's like, oh, it's open to interpretation what Kanye West has said on Twitter, right? And everyone's overreacting. There's going to be a percentage of people that assume that, right? But I mean, I'm a nazi. Wild. He's put, listen, I'll take that. I'll take that, Laura. I will take that. Currently possessed and blackmail up on the wall. Okay. Also,